Hey, everybody. Welcome to Live with Heather Vickery. I am Heather Vickery, and this is the first time since I started this live show that we are not on any Meta platforms. So if you are watching this live, you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, or LinkedIn. These are the only places I'm going to be because I am in the process of disentangling myself from Meta platforms. And I recognize that there are problems and issues with all of the platforms, but this is just what feels aligned to me right now in this moment in time and in this space. For those of you who are new, welcome. Like I already said, I'm Heather. I'm a transformational success coach. Well, what does that mean? My daughter likes to remind me that nobody knows what that means. It means that I am somebody who is here to help you get from position A to position B, C, D, wherever you want to go in life. And we do that by learning to know yourself deeply and completely, to trust yourself at all costs, and then to build the foundation for what you want in life from a place of embodied joy, hope, and pleasure, instead of thinking that those things are end goals. And on TikTok, you guys leave awesome messages, and I know that that's confusing for folks who are watching live on other platforms. But I just saw somebody say that they just recently came out, and I want to congratulate you for showing up for yourself. It's really, really beautiful. Sam, thank you for sharing that with me. Congratulations. This is a difficult time, I think, to show up as your most authentic self in the world, because the world is messy and it's hurtful. And that is why I do the work that I do, because there is so much in life that we simply cannot control. So I want each and every one of us to focus on what we can control. Well, what's that? Do y'all know? Anybody who's not new here knows the answer to this question. The only thing in the world you can control is yourself, your own thoughts, choices, actions, behaviors, beliefs. That's it, right? The only thing you can control is yourself. When I was getting my NLP certification, so hypnotherapy, EFT, subliminal hypnosis, all sorts of really cool things that I can do with that. And I help clients in so many different ways. This is actual subconscious reprogramming. They remind us that taking radical responsibility for ourselves is how we make intentional change. And it is the truest of all true things. Taking radical responsibility for yourself means this nonsense is happening over here. This messy shit is going down, and I can't change or control that. So who do I want to be in this moment? What do I want to experience? How do I want to feel? How do I want to show up? Choosing yourself in the moment is really the power play. Now, every single week when I come on live, I have a topic, and I typically come up with these topics a couple of weeks in advance. And sometimes I shift them based on what's happening in the world at large. I created this topic actually through an Instagram poll I did a couple of weeks ago, asking folks what they wanted to hear. This topic is called Fuck Hustle Culture. And yeah, it's all really important. It's all really lumped in the same ways, because hustle culture is patriarchal culture. Hustle culture is the belief that you have to burn yourself down, burn yourself out in order to be successful, in order to thrive, in order to have the things that you want to have in life. And I call such complete and utter bullshit on all of that. It is not true. Hustle culture is lying to you, and it is systemic bullshit. It is patriarchal, because it is it's made up in a way that keeps you in line. It's made up to get you to check all the boxes and do all the hustle and do all of the things so that other people can benefit off of your labor. You can thrive and be successful without hustling. But it does take intention. It takes awareness. It takes passion, and it takes you owning your own power in the process. Don't give away your power. Please don't give away your power. If you're burning yourself out, burning yourself to the ground, you need to ask, why am I making these choices? And are they giving me the results that I most desire? Chances are they are not. And are you doing it because you love it? Are you doing it because you don't want to disappoint anybody and because people pleasing is in your blood? Folks, people pleasing is taking away everybody involved's consent. Sit with that for just a second. You're stripping other people of their own voice and their own autonomy because you are deciding for them what you think they need and want, and you're trying to give it to them. And I know that that comes from a place of desiring to be wanted and to be approved of and to making life easier for other people. But if you can really sit with this idea that people pleasing removes consent from the folks you're trying to please because you're assuming for them, you're making decisions for them instead of allowing them to ask for what they want and need. It's kind of like a really powerful game changer. And I invite you to think about what is possible if you chose to ask questions and listen well instead of thinking you know what other people want and need. I have 4 children. And I am actively, and I did not do this when my oldest kids were younger, which I have regret for, but I didn't know this worked for myself, right? Like, we grow and change. The fact of the matter is we shift and grow and change and learn. We want to be doing those things. We want to be open to shifting and growing and changing and learning, because if not, we are going to stay in this small, stuck space that feels confining, that feels like it's not here for us. And sometimes it's the devil we know versus the devil we don't. And we stay stuck because it feels comfortable, because it's what we know, but it doesn't mean it helps you or serves you or anyone else. So now with my children, I am constantly reminding them to ask for what they want, because they'll drop hints and clues about things they want from me, food they want, or gifts they want, or activities they want to do. And I always put it back on them. If you want something from me, I need you to ask for it. You need to trust that you have the voice, the power, and the presence to ask for what you want from people that you trust and get what you need. It's so powerful to do that. That is an empowering choice. And I want to be really clear here. Empowerment is inside work. Empowerment is not, I don't give that to you. I hope to lead. I hope to inspire. I hope to coach. I hope to mentor all of you. But I don't give you empowerment. You empower yourself when you say yes to yourself, when you show up for yourself, when you make choices that are going to move you forward in a direction of your dreams. And sometimes that is a very difficult thing to do. So all I can do is continue to show up and share the message and show you how I'm doing this day by day, bit by bit, really honestly and really imperfectly as a human, right? It's what I hope to do with my kids, with my clients. I have a $18 a month membership called the Spark Collective. This is what we do there. We use journal prompts. There's accountability. There's community. We have bite-sized 15-minute meditations and EFT tapping and visualizations and quick win mini courses. All of that is designed for you to empower yourself, to show up for yourself. You're the one with the magic wand, folks. It's not me. I have tools. I have resources. I have gifts, and I want to share them. It's why I come on here live every single week. It's why I host free book discussions and communities. It's why I share the journey as I'm living it and as I'm experiencing it, because I know that if it's showing up for me, there are other people who need to hear it and need to see it. Yeah, fuck hustle culture. Find another way. I am here for breaking all the fucking rules. I am really here for calling bullshit on all the rules, because they were built for someone else. They were not likely built for you. If they don't serve you, you don't have to keep them. Now, you have to be law abiding. I mean, I guess unless you're Trump and his cronies, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's wild. But we have to like be good, kind people. But also, you don't have to do everything the way that it's laid out just because it's been laid out that way. You can get creative, think outside of the box, look for other ways to do the things, to get the things done. I was on a call with a one-on-one client yesterday who struggles to sleep well and has since they were a really little bitty infant. And I said, well, what have you tried to help you sleep? And they went through the list of medication and meditation and all of these things, sleep therapy, sleep tests, all of those things. And we came up with something that they had never tried before. And that was to journal right before bed, to release all of the thoughts, emotions, feelings, to-dos that were trapped inside and sort of open up an energetic space to rest so that their mind was not going constantly all the time. And they said, I have never thought of that before. There are lots of ways to solve a problem. I love this story, and some of you may have heard this story before, but I think we got a lot of new folks in the room right now. So when my now almost 15-year-old child was in third grade, so they were all a bunch of 8-year-olds, they were doing a daily math problem. So they would take the day of the month that it was, and each kid would come up with an equation to solve for the day of the month. There were 12 kids in the class. They each had their own little whiteboard. And at the end, when they were done, they each went around the room and shared their equation. They all got the same answer because it was the day of the month. So they each went around and shared their equation. And at the end, they realized that they had all used a different equation to solve the problem and get to the same answer. And the teacher said, okay, so what does this tell you? And these 8-year-olds said that there are lots of ways to solve a problem. If only the grown-ups could figure that shit out, right? If only the fucking grown-ups could figure that out. That's what I mean when I say break the rules. There are lots of ways to solve a problem. Just because it's always been done one way does not mean it has to continue to be done one way. Find another way in. Find a way that works for you, that honors you, that doesn't put you in the hustle, that doesn't bend and break your boundaries and your own rules and the things that you need for your best health and your best survival. If you are here and you are still watching, I would love for you to say hi. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what your name is. I can see that there are eyeballs, and I would really like to just thank you by name for being in this space and for sharing some of your time with me. What made you tune in today? What made you want to be here in this moment and in this space? I want to hear that because it helps me remember why I do this work, why I put my heart, soul, and attention into it. Megan, lately I've been using this question. Am I open to thinking about this differently? What a gorgeous question. Megan, in full disclosure, is a very good friend. She's going with us to our Costa Rica retreat. If you are love adventure and you want to spend some good quality time with yourself and other kick-ass people, come and ask me about the Costa Rica retreat. Megan is also a member of the Spark Collective and has been a one-on-one client. So I am very proud, Megan, to see you asking yourself that question. Am I open to thinking about this differently? Especially when we feel so boxed in. And as an American right now, I definitely feel so boxed in. I feel so frightened. I feel so unsure of what's coming. And that question is a powerful one. Am I open to thinking about this differently? So here are all the things, right? I'm going back to what I said before. Here are all of the things that I know are happening that I can't change or control. So who do I want to be in this moment? And what do I want for myself in this moment instead? And what I can discover, what I can share is when I ask that beautiful question that Megan just presented, am I open to thinking about this differently? Is that there's room for all of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, that we can be afraid and filled with rage and discomfort and also joyful and hopeful and believe in possibility. We're reinventing how we do those things, how they partner with one another. I can promise you that my message is going to be coming out more and more about partnering all of the different things, all of the different experiences we're having, all of the different ways that we're showing up in the world and honoring ourselves in that process. If you don't love on all of the different parts of yourself, if you don't honor all of those, all of your thoughts, your choices, your feelings, your emotions, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay small. It's absolutely crucial that you allow everything in. You've got to feel it to heal it. Let it flow. Be honest. Find a way to partner all of your things together. This is where compassion and self-compassion come into play. And they are so powerful and so empowering. Choosing self-compassion will change your life. Choosing to do your tools and resources, whether it's, a 10-minute guided EFT tapping meditation inside the Spark Collective, or You're listening to subliminal audio. I do those. I customize those. Whether you're pulling a Create Brave card, which I am about to do right now, just something to get you out of a stuck space and into a space with a forward motion. The universe is here to support you and guide you, and it will give you the signs that you're looking for as long as you are showing up in the world, as long as you are in motion. Hey, Danielle, nice to see you. And I know Melinda's here as well. Hi, Melinda. So glad you're here. Winners are the ones who choose to be in motion. I have a poster in my living room from the Sydney Summer Olympics. And it's beautiful. I'll try to find a picture and share it with all of you. And it has like flip-flops with wings all over it. And it says, "He who finishes last still wins." Or those who finish last still win. It's not gendered. I love that so much. It's the long game, folks. And it's all about you. You don't have to be first. You don't have to be best. You have to do what's right for you in every moment. And that does require asking, am I open to thinking about this differently? It does require asking, if this approach isn't getting me the results I want and doesn't feel good, what else can I do? How else can I approach this? Who can I talk to? What can I try? What can I stop doing? What can I start doing? Reassessment, reframing, resilience actually is part of my book, Fuck Fearless, which you guys can see right behind me. If you are on YouTube or LinkedIn, you can't see it on TikTok because it's there. But Fuck Fearless breaks down my BRAVE method, a creative, strategic approach to problem solving, dreaming, designing, building, and actually having a life that you are madly fucking in love with. BRAVE is an acronym. Show up for yourself. Do the work. Do the work. Show up for yourself. Love yourself enough to use that magic wand that you have and to channel your own inner power, your own inner strength. Nobody can do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. So you can do that in all sorts of different ways. You can do it by talking to your neighbors, by getting involved at a community level in organizations that you feel passionate about, by having thoughtful and honest conversations with your kids, your neighbors, your friends, your partners. You can do it by joining this live show once a week. You can do it by joining something like the Spark Collective for $18 a month, where we're asking you questions that make you introspective, that make you connect with yourself. You can do it by doing something like coming to Costa Rica, to my Journey to Self retreat, where you are loving on yourself for a whole week in ways that you so deeply deserve, gifts that you can give yourself. You can do this so many ways. There are so many ways to solve a problem. All right, I am going to pull a Create Brave card. The Create Brave cards are a deck of manifestation cards that I co-created with my friend Rachel Swanson. And they are here to help you think creatively. Oh, there's the card, y'all. There she is. About what's happening in your life so that you can approach things in a new, unique way. So when I show you this card, it's simply for you to, and I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know what it says. For you to think about what this means for you and to you, what this word, this idea brings up for you. It's going to be different for everyone. We got growth. Holy shit. I am aware and intentional about how I expand. Growth. I am aware and intentional about how I expand. So when you see this card right now, what shows up for you? How does it make you feel? What does it make you think? What does growth mean to you? Especially if you are one of the many, many, many people who feel like the bottom has just fallen out. If you are one of those folks, what does growth mean to you in this moment? And how can you circumvent all the bullshit and continue to show up for yourself and love yourself? That's the invitation. That's the invitation. All right, friends, if you want a deck of Create Brave cards, go to my website, vickeryandco.com. I sell them. I'll even send you a little love note with it. If you want a copy of my book, you can get that there as well. I will be back next week at 12 p.m. Central. In the meantime, you can connect with me on Blue Sky, TikTok, Threads for a little while longer. Um, LinkedIn. Yeah, did I get everything? I don't know what I missed. I thank you for being here, for sharing your time, for sharing your space with me. I'm grateful for all of you. My name is Heather Vickery, and I'm reminding you today and every day to go out and choose yourself bravely. And I'm excited and honored to be on this journey with you. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.